Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Vinny the Axe. Today, I'm going to go over my guitar collection. Now, some people have asked about this in the past in some of the videos, and it's ever evolving over the last probably three and a half decades. Maybe it's even longer. It's about 3.5 decades, maybe. I don't know. And so I've been trying to get my collection, I don't know, down to a certain group, diverse group, I guess. And that might be partially a lie, I don't know, because I'm addicted to buying gear and guitars. So let's see where this goes. So just to give you kind of a basis of what happened, I started playing guitar when I was, I want to say 11 years old, 12 years old. I started on an acoustic, which I quickly quit after like a couple of months because I just couldn't get my arm around the thing and I hated it. And then it wasn't until I was probably, started a little late, wasn't until like 13, 14 when I started listening to heavy metal back in the 80s, and that's what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to play guitar. And I started off with, I had a Hondo Fame, I think it was, like a Strat copy, and I remember the pickups and the falling out the front, and the pick guard half hanging off. It wasn't the best. And then I got a Kramer. I can't remember what model it was. It was a metallic burgundy Kramer, and that was like the hotness back in the day. I went to a Sam Ash in Brooklyn, and my dad, for my birthday, got me a Kramer. It was pretty good. I didn't know anything about how to set it up. It had a Floyd on there, and you know, it is what it is. People who have started off and got a Floyd Rose, a double locking tremolo, and you don't know what you're doing, it just becomes quite the headache. Anyway, so over the years, I've owned so many guitars. Probably some of my buddies that have been with me for the long haul have probably got it around down to maybe somewhere in the high 300s, low 400s. And it's not because I'm rich or anything like that. It's just because I would buy, sell, trade, buy, and it's just been an endless cycle of stuff. I've owned sometimes 3 or 4 of the 10 copies of the same guitar over the years, and it's been absolute lunacy. I'm trying to do a less is more. I know that's not like an actual real thing, but I'm trying to do that. So I've come down to the point where I'm looking at it as like what I call like the holy trinity of guitars, right? So that is, in my opinion now, right, because of the music that I play, is a Tele, a Stratocaster, and a Les Paul or a single cut mahogany type of double humbucker thing, right? And then of course you have variations from that. You got semi-hollow and all that stuff. But in reality, to me, the holy trinity is the Tele, the Strat, and the Les Paul type of guitar. So I have videos of most of these guitars behind me, and I'm going to go over, I've knocked it down to 5 guitars. And I don't even know if the 5 are going to stay, to be quite honest with you. I'm questioning my decisions on keeping a couple and trying not to be greedy in life and trying to appreciate what I do have and, you know, what do I actually need, and not be such like a guitar snob, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a guitar snob, but probably, right? So I'm going to go over the first one, which is the Tele. So this is like I want to say, I have a video on this. I think it's a 63 custom shop in a champagne sparkle. And now I love this guitar. This is one of the first guitars that I got recently over the last, I think, year or so, where I went, wow, I don't see myself ever selling something. I think this was one of them. You know, and I've said that before, I love this guitar, whatever, but really in the back of my mind, if I'm being honest with myself, I'm like, yeah, this could always go in the chopping block because I look at the coin value, sell it, buy something else, right? Well, I honestly, you know, I said it back then and I'm saying it now. I'm not selling this guitar. I'm keeping this for the long haul. This is the best Telecaster that I've ever owned. And it's not because it's a custom shop. I've owned many American model guitars. I've owned, Skirvison makes one that was really cool. It just wasn't, there was a couple things about it I didn't care for. I've owned several USA models, different off brands, you know, or other alternative brands, I should say, to Fender. And I've owned, I want to say at least 3 to 5 of these custom shop Teles. This one is the best that I've had, and it just sounds absolutely stellar. It has like a Blackguard custom shop pickup and a Twisted Tele combo in here, and it's just superb. I absolutely love this guitar. It just plays good. It sounds good. It's just It's just there. And you could play, you know, a lot of different music with it. Next one is my Strat. This is a 69 custom shop. Stratocaster, this is the best custom shop I've ever owned. Now, I did have a Wildwood Strat custom shop Fender, and the guy I bought it from was having some hard times. I got it off of him for a song, and he got back on his feet, and he asked me if I would sell it back to him. And I felt compelled that, I always believe in like good karma, right? Call it what you will. Do good by your neighbor. And so I felt became my main guitar, and I loved it. It was just superb. And I felt bad for the guy that he was in hard times. I did get the guitar for quite the deal from him, and I decided to sell it back to him. You know, I figured maybe something good will come around. I've owned several custom shop Strats since. I had an orange one that wasn't bad. I just didn't like the frets on it. It was something about that guitar, but it was a good guitar. But this one is just the cat's meow. I absolutely, totally dig this guitar. Now, if you watch a couple of my videos with this had a JB in the bridge. If you get a chance, check out the channel. I changed it out. This Seymour Duncan that's in here is just awesome. The 78 is just awesome. And it really changed the dynamic of this guitar, and it works well with the custom shop Fat 60s that are in here. So I've decided to keep this guy. I really like it. I think it's absolutely superb. And I like the Daphne Blue, to be quite honest with you. So that's that one. So that's part of the Trinity here. Next up is this, which I didn't expect to like this. And I wasn't even expecting to buy this. I was looking for a Les Paul Jr. style guitar, single cut, and then I just happened upon this guy. And now I've owned a Nags before. I know the quality was really good. And I saw this, and it had the Steve Stevens signature model bare knuckles in it, which I had never tried those before. I took the chance on that. I've tried some other bare knuckles. I liked them. So I was hoping, fingers crossed, that this would be great, and it is. And I've just done a recent video with this, so if you get a chance, check this out. I was on the hunt for either a Les Paul Jr. or a Les Paul, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to get, and I ran into this, and it was kind of the best of both worlds. And I'll tell you what, this thing is just absolutely fantastic. It plays great. It's that whole mahogany vibe, you know, single cut, 2 humbuckers. And you know, some people gave me some heat in the last video saying, well, it's not a real Gibson, and you know, blah blah blah. And I bet it has neck dive. It doesn't have neck dive. The guitar's balanced really well, and it plays great. You know, it's mahogany with 2 humbuckers in it, and you know, 2 volumes and 2 tones. I mean, whatever. It sounds great. The inlays look really cool. I'm super pleased with it. And again, I don't think that this is a guitar I'm ever going to get rid of. So that's pretty good. So now I have 3, and now I can't feed my habit of continuing to buy guitars, unfortunately, because I don't want to sell anything, right? So to speak. So that one's pretty cool. Now here's where it gets interesting. So I forgot the story behind how I wound up with this guy, but this is a Frank Brothers arcade, and this is just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful and amazing, and it sounds awesome. It has Righteous Sound humbuckers in it. They are to die for. Just really, really good. Matter of fact, the pickups are so good. A buddy of mine bought the Righteous Sound pickups and had them put in a Les Paul, which I did a video on, and they sound great. So I'm really impressed with those pickups from that company. But this is their thin line, so it's semi-hollow inside, really light, and this had an F-hole delete. This was custom ordered by somebody, and I bought it from them for a really good deal. The guitar plays amazing. I put this up for sale in my reverb shop. I'm still on the fence whether I want to sell this thing or not. This is super expensive guitar. It's super nice, and it plays great, but I figured, you know, I have the Nags. The Nags scratches the itch of the 2 humbuckers type guitar, and I decided that maybe I should just get rid of this guy. I don't play guitar that well. Maybe I don't even deserve to own this thing. This would be, I don't know, if you found somebody that could play some really good jazz, this would be one hell of a guitar, one hell of a weapon for them. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, it's got the slightly light aged finish where it's got the nitrocellulose checking in it, and just absolutely outstanding. If you get a chance, check out the video on this. They make one hell of an instrument. I mean, obviously this is the only specimen I've ever owned, but I'm telling you, if this is any indication of what this company's capable of, and you got the coin to get one, you know, I would grab one. Now, again, I bought this secondhand. I got it for a deal. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to afford this guitar. But really cool. Now, do I need this guy? Before I put it back, do I need this one? No, I don't. All right, I got the Trinity there. I just showed you. I don't need this. Do I want this? Yeah. Do I want to keep it? Yeah. Do I need it? I don't know if I need it, man. Not that I have the Nags now. You know, it's more straightforward rock and roll. The Nags. This is a little bit exquisite, you know. So I left it up for sale. I don't know. If somebody gives me the right offer for it, I might part with it. But it's kind of one of those things like, you know, if Reverb accidentally shut down and I couldn't sell it, like, oh shucks, I didn't get rid of it, right? So very cool. And we'll see what happens with this guy. The next one is a Novo Solus. So the story behind this guy is that I was looking for a Les Paul Jr. I sold a Murphy Lab Les Paul Jr. that was very good. It stayed in tune amazingly and it sounded awesome. And all I saw was the dollar value of it because I got it for a killer deal and I sold it. I should have kept it. And ever since then, I've bought multiple different versions of something like it, and it wasn't that guitar. I should have kept it. So I was on the hunt for Les Paul Jr., and then I wound up running into this guy with the 1P90 in it, and I decided, you know what, man, maybe I should just, you know, go for this. I got this secondhand. I got this for an amazing deal, and it not only does it play amazing. I've owned another one of these in the past with double humbuckers in it, but it had modern humbuckers. It was a little too weird jiving for me, but yet that guitar played amazing. It felt amazing. It sounded cool. Just wasn't the right thing for me at the time, but I have to say that these Novo guitars are awesome. They're awesomely built. And I'll tell you what, the intonation's spot on in this guy, and it just sounds great. Do I need this though? Do I really need this? I don't know. I got it for sale. I put it up in my shop. Somebody makes me the right offer for it, I'll probably let this one go too, but I don't know if I want to part with it. You know, every time I play it, I'm like, I'm not selling this thing, right? So getting the collection down to 5 has been very, very hard. And you know, would I have liked to keep every guitar I've ever owned? Absolutely. If I was rich, I probably would have kept them all, but I just can't afford to. So this is what I've been playing right now. You know, I've been getting guitars in to have work done on them, so I've been doing reviews on those. So I have more of those coming in. I do pretty much basic setups and pickup wiring and that kind of thing that you've seen on the channel. So occasionally I'll throw a video in there of something on the bench. You know, and I kind of scratch my itch with that a little bit too because I get to play those guitars afterwards, so it's kind of fun. You know, is there some other guitars I would like? Absolutely. There's a few on my list, but as of getting them right now, I don't know. Let's see if the channel, you know, bumps up a little higher, and then we'll see what we can do. So that brings up, you know, please like and subscribe. I really can use the likes and definitely the subscriptions so I can get the channel up and running really well. In the future here, within the next few months, I'll be doing probably multiple videos, at least one every week. I've been trying to do one every week for the last, you know, for almost a year now. And I've been trying to keep up with that with busy life and, you know, family and kids and the whole works. But I'm thinking about doing a live Q&A. So if you're interested in that, put that in the comments below. So if that's something that you would dig, let me know, because I don't know, you know, and some people don't like to hear these videos where I'm just talking. Some people love them. Some people don't like the videos of me working on stuff on the bench. Some people love them. Some people just want to hear the guitar. You know, I don't know. You can't make everybody happy, so I'm trying to do a variety of things. In the meantime, I've been, you know, doing direct recording into the computer, which is kind of a new thing for me. So the last few videos have sounded a lot better. I bought a mic to mic the cabinet, so I'm going to be doing that. So this way, when I demo a pedal, I'll mic it. I dead set against that because some people like to hear what it sounds like in the room. This room is pretty echoey, so it's not really doing justice to the pedals. So I'm unfortunately going to go to miking them and direct recording them and all that, so that you guys can hear what it sounds like mic'd, which never sounds like what it's going to sound like when you buy it, but it is what it is, right? So anyway, I really appreciate you watching Vinny the Axe. I hope you had a great weekend. Please, again, subscribe if you can. We really appreciate it over here. Once again, thanks for watching. Take it easy.